Spider-Man Homecoming might be a perfect superhero movie, and it all comes down to comedic timing. I was watching it again with my teenager recently, and since we've seen it so many times, I was analyzing what it is that makes it so special. The real magic of this movie is the way they use comedic timing to make you fall in love with Peter Parker. There's a joke, visual or verbal, at least every 20 to 30 seconds. I'm verifying that claim by watching it again. In the first 2 minutes the Spider-Man shows up, there are 24 jokes.
Can I try the suit on?
No.
How does it work? Is it magnets? How do you shoot the strings?
I'm gonna tell you about this at school tomorrow, okay?
So you're in a state of laughing, giggling, or smirking for the entire movie. That's because this is how Peter felt every single day he got to be Spider-Man. Think of it, if you were a teenager who got superpowers, and then you were recruited by Tony Stark to go fight Captain America, you'd ride that high for the rest of your life.
So Mrs. Stark was like, hey, Underoos! And I just sort of flipped in, and I stole Cap's shield, and I was like, hey, what's up, everybody? And then... Hey, just a second.
We have thin walls here.
By making the movie fun and energetic, they've put us into that headspace.
I just lost old Dominican lady. She was really nice and bought me a churro.
The constant calls and texts to Happy are played for a laugh, but they're setting up a very important theme in the movie. Spider-Man feels on his own and in over his head.
Mr. Stark is no longer connected.
They remind you the whole movie that Peter feels like Tony Stark isn't taking him seriously. Once Peter learns Vulture's identity, the entire tone of the movie completely shifts.
Good old Spider-Man.
The jokes are still there, but he's taking everything a lot more seriously because he understands now he is in very real danger. We in the audience are heavily invested in this shift because we've just spent the entire movie falling in love with this goofy teenager and we're rooting for him. And we're not just rooting for him, we feel protective of him.
I need a new backpack. What?
When he's crushed under the rubble from Vulture's glider, he feels completely helpless. He starts hyping himself up by saying, "Come on, Peter." But then you see the grit change in his face and it's, "Come on, Spider-Man!" And at this point, if the movie's got you emotionally, you're also screaming, "Come on, Spider-Man!" For me, this is one of the most triumphant moments in any superhero movie. Now, by no means am I saying I think it's the best superhero movie ever, but I've seen this movie over and over and over again, and I have a hard time finding any flaws with it. The final shot of the movie wraps up the comedy of the situation and the weight of the new world that Peter's faced with. I honestly can't think of a better way to end an action comedy.
What the